Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at KTALnews.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Morses, and this is your Wednesday morning forecast update. We'll be talking about some more scattered thunderstorms today, and we'll likely see some slight to scattered rain chances continue through the weekend here, and we'll also be talking about some of that Saharan dust making its way back in late this week as well. So we do have a lot going on. Typically, we have dry and quiet conditions through the summer, but not the case for us this week. We did have some decent rainfall yesterday, especially I-20 and northward. So with the wet ground, temperatures a few degrees cooler this morning. We do have some fog between Mount Pleasant and Idabel. That will include areas like DeKalb this morning. So just be on the lookout for some fog in those locations along I-30, especially early today. We do have a lingering front here. If you can kind of trace out the cloud cover basically from Memphis down through the Texarkana area, that's where that frontal boundary is. And that's most likely where we'll see the storms pop up by the late morning, early afternoon today. And the coverage of the rain will be more widespread as we go through the afternoon hours today. We actually did see the rain pop up early enough to help out with the heat in a lot of areas yesterday, but expecting we'll see a mix of sun and clouds this morning. So it's a quick warm up. Actually have a few areas in the 60s, which is why we do have that fog over in Mount Pleasant, but we'll see those temperatures go up very quickly this morning. Should reach 90 by about lunchtime today, and then temperatures will just kind of stay in the low to mid 90s, close to average this afternoon, but we should see a decent chance of those storms popping up by the early to mid afternoon as well. And the heat index today, we have that tropical air mass. It is extremely humid and that heavy air giving us that heat index today just above 100 degrees or so. Will likely stay below the heat index or 105, which is the criteria for a heat advisory through the weekend, but there's a pretty good chance I think we'll see the heat advisories come back as we dry out next week. So let's appreciate and enjoy the rain while we have it around to give us a bit of a cool down. Now, we're not expecting any severe weather today. We did have a severe thunderstorm or two yesterday. It did bring the potential for some high wind. Can't rule that out anytime you get the hot temperatures and the strong updrafts with the storms. As the air rises into the upper levels, it cools down and sinks down to the surface pretty quickly. We get those microburst type winds. So I really can't rule that out today, so just be on the lookout today if you're out and about for these storms. Will bring frequent lightning, but the potential to see some gusty winds as well. And we've had just some sporadic power outages just due to some of the wind that we've had the past few days here. And you can see the storms will likely dissipate once we get closer to sunset. I would say with the front lingering through I-30 here, the chance of rain's probably going to be higher today across East Texas, Arkansas, and right here along I-20 in Louisiana. And I think that's where we'll see the best scattering of storms by the late morning and early afternoon today. And then tomorrow, the front will be a little further to the south here. So we do have just a handful of showers and storms in the forecast tomorrow, but we do have a bit of a drying trend that will take place Thursday as well as Friday. Some of that may be due to that Saharan dust coming in. I'll show you that in just a moment. But the rainfall projections today, about 1 to 2 inches with the stronger storms, but on average, most of us should see less than a half inch of rain today. And here's a look at the Saharan dust, which will be moving back out of the Gulf of Mexico. So allergy sufferers, beware here. Friday and Saturday, we'll see quite a bit of this dust around. So the rain chances will be a little lower those 2 days here, but we do get a pretty good push from the sea breeze by Sunday, which will help to kind of clear our air quality here. I do expect just some slight to scattered rain chances through the weekend here, and then we'll dry out early next week. We get high pressure building in for a couple of days, so these temperatures may push into the upper 90s for a few days next week. But it looks like the middle of next week we could see some of these afternoon storms return once again.